Have you ever been described as nonchalant, laid back, or just a chill guy? These are all the words people used to use to describe me. But really, I was just passive. And if people use these same words to describe you, you're probably quite passive as well. Let me explain. So, in social situations, people would think I was, just so relaxed and, a chill guy, when really I was just disassociating. Like I was in my head, I just wasn't really there. And people would usually perceive that as meaning that you're quite confident and self-assured. And I know this is something a lot of other people struggle with. And by being so passive, you basically kind of have the feeling that life just happens to you. Like life just gives you certain cards and you just have to deal with them. But really this passive nature is just a way of avoiding accountability. Because if you don't take life personally and actually understand that, this is your life, you will live a life that's just empty, full of empty thrills that mean nothing and empty relationships. Because when I was consumed by, this passivity for life, I would constantly, blame people for my situation. And I wouldn't take accountability for the things in my life. I would blame others for my own struggles and failures. And this lack of accountability leads you to neglecting your mental and physical health and your relationships, because you need to take accountability for where you are today. So I want you to look around right now. You are where you are right now because of all the choices that you've made in your life. I know your first instinct is to be like, oh no, well, I'm only here because, my mum did this and my dad did this, and when I was in uni, I did the wrong course and then everything went like... See, this is all a lack of accountability, which is leading to you being so passive in life because you refuse to take accountability for where you are. And the truth is, you're never going to be able to make progress in your life until you take accountability. The truth is, if you're not happy with where you are right now, you need to make changes. It's as simple as that. You make no progress if you continue doing what's led to you being where you are right now. Just taking accountability for yourself. It's a painful process. Like, it doesn't feel good. I can't lie. I won't lie to you and say, oh, it's great, it's so fun. It's not. It's painful. Because you're going to have to get rid of things that you've attached to your identity. And that's not an easy thing to do. Because you have to let some parts of yourself die. These parts that you've become so accustomed to but actually don't benefit you in any way. And this could be, your need for attention, your desire for validation, even your craving for sex. If these things are not serving you and not helping you, achieve better in your life, you have to let them go. And you can't just passively sit back and just let your potential rot. And the truth is, you know exactly what these things are that are holding you back, because they started coming into your mind, didn't they? And you either immediately start making excuses for why they're not that big of a deal. You say, oh no, it's not an issue. I'm in control of that, it's nothing. Or if you're actually on the route to taking accountability, you've sat back and realized, yeah, I've had these thoughts that I need to cut this stuff up. I need to cut this shit out of my life. And I haven't done it before. I want you to not ignore this urge that you get. This urge to change your habits and change how you perceive yourself. And finally start being accountable. Because what this urge is your future self telling you exactly what you need to do in order to reach that destination. They're holding out an olive branch to you, holding out a hand, waiting for you to grasp it. And every time you reject it and go back to these old habits, your future self is getting farther and farther away from you. And you know what should piss you off? The fact that there's people less qualified, less capable, less intelligent than you doing the things that you want to do in life, simply because they were brave enough to take accountability for themselves and take action. So the question is, will you let them take what's yours? The choice is up to you. Peace.